In the name of Allah, the most gracious and the most merciful. Welcome to my channel, The Scholar's Outlook, where you'll find the most innovative and insightful analysis on a wide range of topics. Be sure to watch the video, like, share, and subscribe to stay updated. Today's topic is very important: women's inheritance rights across major global religions. In this video, I will examine how different major religions describe women's inheritance rights within their foundational scriptures. Women's inheritance rights vary widely across global religions. In Islam, women are guaranteed a fixed share of inheritance. Islam establishes and safeguards a woman's right to inheritance as clearly outlined in the Holy Quran in 7th century Arabia. Allah says in Surah An-Nisa, listen to the ayah recited by Sheikh Al-Hudayfi.
للرجال نصيب مما ترك الوالدان والأقربون وللنساء نصيب مما ترك الوالدان والأقربون مما قل منه أو كثر نصيبا مفروضا.
Listen to the translation. For men is a share of what the parents and close relatives leave, and for women is a share of what the parents and close relatives leave, whether little or much, a share ordained. This verse explains that women's inheritance is not optional but divinely mandated. In Surah An-Nisa, Ayat 11, Allah outlines the inheritance portions for family members with remarkable clarity and structure. This is an approach to legal distribution that is seldom matched in other prominent religious texts. Listen to the ayah recited by Sheikh Al-Hudayfi. Video second.
يوصيكم الله في أولادكم للذكر مثل حظ الأنثيين فإن كن نساء فوق اثنتين فلهن ثلثا ما ترك وإن كانت واحدة فلها النصف ولأبويه لكل واحد منهما السدس مما ترك إن كان له ولد فإن لم يكن له ولد وورثه أبواه فلأمه الثلث فإن كان له إخوة فلأمه السدس من بعد وصية يوصي بها أو دين.
In this ayah, Allah gives you rules about how to divide a person's inheritance among his family after his death. According to these verses, for children, a son gets the share of two daughters. This means if a daughter gets one part, a son gets two parts. Number two, if the person who died has only daughters, if he has two or more daughters together, they will get two-thirds of the inheritance. If he has one daughter alone, the daughter will get half of the inheritance. Number three, for parents. If a person who died had children, then each parent gets one sixth of the inheritance. If the person who died has no children and the parents are the main heirs, in this case, the mother gets one third of the inheritance. Number five, if the person has brothers or sisters, even if the siblings do not inherit directly, then the mother's share becomes one sixth. According to this verse, the daughter always inherits, even if her share is half of the son's. Some critics raise the concern of why a daughter receives only half of the share given to a son. The Muslim scholars explain the logic. Men were financially responsible for housing, food, dowry, and family expenses. On the other hand, women's wealth remained fully their own, with no financial obligation. Thus, the distribution is tied to financial responsibility, not gender superiority. Women's inheritance rights in Hindu scriptures reflect a patriarchal framework that limits women's access to property. Several Vedic and Dharmashastra texts explicitly state that women generally did not inherit ancestral property. For example, the Krishna Yajurveda describes women as having no inheritance and being without an independent share of property. The Rig Veda also notes that a son, not a daughter, receives paternal properties. Daughters were instead enriched with just gifts at marriage time rather than given a share of patrimony. Christian scriptures and the Bible emphasize spiritual equality but do not directly legislate property rights. In the Hebrew Bible, Old Testament, inheritance laws were strongly patrilineal. It means property typically passed from father to sons. In England and colonial America, women lived under coverture, meaning a married woman's legal identity was merged with her husband's. She could not independently own or control property. Historically, Christian societies gave women limited inheritance rights, usually a life interest dower, rather than full ownership. Buddhist scriptures Tripitaka Buddhist scriptures Tripitaka do not prescribe a formal inheritance system for lay people. Instead, they emphasize ethical conduct, generosity, and detachment from material possessions. Because of this, inheritance practices in Buddhist societies were usually shaped by local customs rather than doctrine. The Buddha allowed women to own property, manage wealth, and make donations independently. Stories in the Jatakas and Vinayas mention wealthy women such as Visakha and Sujata who controlled their own assets and made major charitable contribution. Islam was the first major religion that guarantees women their inheritance. The Quran gives women fixed, enforceable shares. Thus, women inherit as daughters, wives, mothers, and sisters. Thanks for watching.